dears, welcome back. Today we will learn history from class 8. And the chapter which we study is Civilizing the Native, Educating the Nation. If you're new or haven't subscribed yet, click the subscribe button to make sure you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Let's learn and explore together. Now, let's dive straight into the key points. We already know that the British policies were affecting Indian kings, peasants, tribes, etc. Britishers had an aim of not only gaining power over the Indian territories, but also they wanted to educate Indians to make them civilized. In Calcutta, William Jones was appointed as a junior judge of the Supreme Court in 1783. He was also a linguist who learned many diverse languages such as Greek, Latin, French, English, Arabic, and Persian. He also learned Sanskrit from the Pandits of Calcutta. Jones had an interest in Indian texts on law, philosophy, religion, politics, medicine, and the other sciences. He found out that more British officials shared the same interest. Two Englishmen, Henry Thomas Colebrook and Nathaniel Hallhead, were also interested in learning about ancient Indian heritage. Along with them, Jones founded an Asiatic Society of Bengal and started a journal called Asiatic Researches. The British set up a madrasa in Calcutta in 1781. It promoted the study of Arabic, Persian, and Islamic law. In 1791, the Hindu College was established in Banaras. The motive was to encourage the study of ancient Sanskrit texts. Grave errors of the East. In Orientalist system of learning, the Westerners study the language, culture, history, or customs of countries in Eastern Asia. From the early 19th century, a few British officials criticized the Orientalist system of learning. The study of ancient Indian scriptures was discouraged. James Mill said that the knowledge of the East was full of errors and unscientific thought. They saw Eastern literature as non-serious and light-hearted, and considered Arabic and Sanskrit literature a waste of time. Thomas Babington Macaulay saw India as an uncivilized country. Macaulay emphasized the need to teach the English language. It was propagated all over the country. Following Macaulay's minute, the English Education Act of 1835 was introduced. They made English as the medium of instruction for higher education. They stopped the promotion of study in the Calcutta Madrasa and the Banaras Sanskrit College. Education for Commerce, Wood's Despatch. In 1854, the Court of Directors of the East India Company in London sent an educational dispatch to the Governor-General in India. Charles Wood, the President of the Board of Control, issued the dispatch known as Wood's Despatch. Wood's Despatch outlined the educational policy for India, emphasizing the practical benefits of European learning over Oriental knowledge. It highlighted the economic advantages, stating that European learning would enable Indians to recognize benefits from trade and commerce expansion. The dispatch stressed the importance of developing the country's resources. It proposed that introducing European ways of life would change Indian tastes and desires. This change would create a demand for British goods. The dispatch believed Indians would begin to appreciate and purchase European-produced items. The practical use of the dispatch was seen in its economic impact. It aimed to make Indians aware of the advantages of trade and commerce expansion. Wood's dispatch argued that European learning could improve the moral character of Indians. The aim was to make them truthful and honest. This was expected to provide the company with trustworthy civil servants. Following the 1854 dispatch, the British introduced several measures in India. Government education departments were established, to exert control over educational matters. Steps were taken to set up a comprehensive system of university education. In 1857, universities were established in Calcutta, Madras, and Bombay. Efforts were also made to bring about changes within the school education system. What happened to the local schools? The report of William Adam. In the 1830s, William Adam toured the districts of Bengal and Bihar, and had been asked by the company to report on the progress of education in vernacular schools. In vernacular schools, the medium of education is a local or native language. According to the report presented by Adam, over 1 lakh pathshalas were present in Bengal and Bihar with no more than 20 students each. These institutions were set up by wealthy people or the local community. The education system was flexible with no fixed fee, no printed books, no separate school building, no benches or chairs, no blackboards, no system of separate classes, no annual examinations, and no regular timetable. Classes were held under a banyan tree, in the corner of a village shop or temple, or at the guru's home. School fees depended on the income of the parents. The rich had to pay more than the poor. The guru decided what to teach orally in accordance with the needs of the students. Students were sat together in one place, and the guru interacted separately with groups of children with different levels of learning. New routines, new rules. The company's primary focus was higher education. After 1854, the company aimed to enhance vernacular education by bringing order to the system. Government pandits were appointed by the company and assigned responsibility for multiple schools. The pandit's task was to visit pathshalas and enhance the quality of teaching. Each guru was required to submit periodic reports and follow a regular timetable for classes. Teaching relied on textbooks, and learning was assessed through an annual examination system. Students were obligated to pay a regular fee. Regular class attendance, fixed seating arrangements, and follow new discipline rules were mandatory. The company sought to improve the overall structure of vernacular education. The appointment of government pandits aimed at bringing more organization to the educational system. The periodic reports from gurus and the annual examination system were introduced to monitor and assess the progress of students. The company enforced rules like regular fees, class attendance, fixed seating, and discipline to instill order in the educational institutions. Pathshalas that adhered to the new rules received support in the form of government grants. The introduction of new rules and routines had an impact on the accessibility of education for children from poor peasant families. Previously, these children could attend pathshalas as the timetable was flexible. The new system required regular attendance, posing a challenge during critical times like the harvest season. During harvest, children from impoverished families were traditionally needed to work in the fields. This shift in requirements created difficulties for children from such families to continue their education. Mahatma Gandhi's view. English education has enslaved us. Mahatma Gandhi believed that Western civilization instilled a sense of inferiority in the minds of Indians. Western influence led Indians to perceive it as superior and weaken their pride in their own culture. Educated in these Western institutions, Indians started admiring British rule. Gandhi aimed for an education that would help Indians in regaining their dignity and self-respect. During the national movement, he called on students to abandon educational institutions as a symbolic gesture against British enslavement. Gandhi believed that such actions would convey to the British that Indians were no longer willing to be dominated. Gandhi's vision included an education system that empowered Indians and nurtured a strong sense of cultural identity. English education created social distance for Indians. Gandhi believed education should nurture mind and soul. Literacy didn't count as education. Nationalists envisioned a distinct education system. This system aimed to be different from the British established one. Next, many of you may have heard of Santiniketan. Do you know why it was established and by whom? Rabindranath Tagore established the institution in 1901. Tagore disliked traditional schooling during his childhood. He perceived school as suffocating and oppressive, akin to a prison. While others listened to teachers, Tagore's mind wandered. His Calcutta school days greatly influenced his ideas on education. Growing up, Tagore envisioned a school where children were happy and free. He wanted a place for creative exploration of thoughts and desires. Tagore believed childhood should be a time of self-learning. He aimed to break free from the rigid British schooling system. Teachers at Tagore's envisioned school needed to be imaginative. They should understand and nurture the child's curiosity. Existing schools, according to Tagore, stifled a child's natural creativity. Tagore insisted creative learning thrives only in a natural environment. He chose a rural location, Santiniketan, for his school, 100 kilometers from Calcutta. Santiniketan was seen as a peaceful abode in harmony with nature. Tagore envisioned it as a place where children could cultivate their natural creativity. The school's focus was on encouraging creativity and self-learning. Santiniketan represented Tagore's vision of an alternative, harmonious education. In many aspects, Tagore and Mahatma Gandhi shared similar thoughts on education. Despite these similarities, differences in their viewpoints also existed. Gandhi was opposed to the worship of machines and technology, but Tagore emphasized the importance of learning science and technology, alongside art, music, and dance. Many individuals and thinkers considered the idea of a national educational system. Some argued for modifications in the British established system, aiming for greater inclusivity. The crucial question of who would define what truly constituted national education became a central point of discussion. The ongoing debate about the nature of national education continued even after independence. Dears, this is all about the main contents of this chapter. The actions and steps taken by the colonial rule to civilize and educate the people have been discussed in this chapter. I hope this video has been valuable in providing a quick understanding of the entire chapter. For more contents, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like and share this video with others who might find it helpful. Your support means a lot. Thank you.